Welcome to the newest episode of the Blue Corner with Mike AsAlways with your MMA news as always. Let's start with rapid fire headlines here with two MMA legends, Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, meeting for the third time, but this time under the Golden Boy promotion. Oscar De La Hoya, former boxer, has told ESPN that he signed the two former UFC light heavyweights for a pay-per-view bout later this year. This could be seen as the ultimate fuck you to Dana White following the McGregor-Mayweather fight overshadowing the Golden Boy fight between Triple G and Canelo. But in other MMA news, Paul Felder is stepping in to replace Yancy Medeiros at UFC 226 versus Platinum Mike Perry. We have the tweets here. Felder said, Platinum Perry, love your style, bro. Shall we get paid next week? Perry responded, let's do it, motherfucker. This comes the day after Paul Felder learned that his scheduled opponent, James Vick, was replacing Raging Al Iaquinta to take on Justin Gaethje. Raging Al blamed the UFC, even though Dana, as usual, spun it and said that it's all on Raging Al. This is all after Paul Felder was mentioned and passed over for the chance to replace Holloway, who was replacing Ferguson to fight Habib at UFC 223. Because of the low ranking of Felder, he was passed over, even though I believe at the end of the day, Iaquinta had a lower ranking than even Felder for that Brooklyn card. Michael Chiesa, who was also involved in the McGregor melee a couple days before that, is now making headlines saying that he would have been right in the mix and he was ahead of all these guys in the rankings had McGregor not injured him. UFC flyweight Max Blessed Holloway says his move to lightweight is just a matter of time, even though he's defending his belt in this coming weekend against T-City Ortega, July 6th in the co-main event. Khabib's manager Ali says that they want the McGregor fight, but Conor needs it because he's broke, and there are 3 potential dates. He only listed 2, which are early October or the annual end of the year card that the UFC always holds. Vitor Belfort posted an Instagram picture already looking shredded after leaving the UFC. The Machida loss. Hopefully we'll get another look at the RTV tour going over to Japan. Same TRTV tour, if you don't remember, almost tapped John Jones, ran through Luke Rockhold, permanently fucked up Bisping's eye, and beat Dan Henderson twice. Kobe Covington versus Tyron Woodley is being targeted for November. A potential #1 contender fight, RDA versus Usman, is in the works. The winner might be the #1 contender, but this is the WME era, who knows. Melvin Guillard has replaced Andy Sauer and will now face Takanori Gomi at Ryzen 11. Both at one time were UFC top 10 lightweights. After a TKO win at Bellator 201, a 6-0 welterweight prospect Ed Ruth is vying for a spot in the Bellator welterweight Grand Prix that has been announced for September. To start the same night as current champion at welterweight Rory McDonald is attempting to become a two-division champion versus middleweight champ Gegard Mousasi. In the build-up to the super fight between Stipe Miocic and Daniel DC Cormier, Stipe feels a win will cement his legacy, even though he already has defended the belt more than anyone else at heavyweight with 3 straight victories against Junior Dos Santos, Alistair Overeem, and Francis Ngannou. Notable other fighters that came up short on that list, only defended the belt twice, include Hall of Famer Randy Couture, Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Tim Sylvia, the latter 2 of which were one time considered the heavyweight GOATs. And it should be noted that DC is undefeated at heavyweight, 13-0. Finally, Fedor versus Sonnen and Bader versus Mitrione, the semifinals of the Bellator Heavyweight Grand Prix, rumored to happen now hours apart from one another. Probably different nights, but back-to-back nights as well. It's going to be mid-October, we know so far, and the venue is shifted from the East Coast to Chicago. This has been the latest episode of the Blue Corner. I'm Mike AsAlways. Hopefully we'll get back at you guys real soon with a fight companion to UFC 226. If I can get Roger in the same room as me with his busy schedule, but we'll figure it out. Keep on watching and peace out.